Hey, welcome to Today in Hunts Runs. What I want to talk about in this video, and the shorts that get spliced about it, is about a device that my wife and I tried for about 6 months to use. And the idea behind the device was it'd be something that'd be able to kind of help us and communicate to me in the event that my wife had a seizure, and also share where she's at. And that was it was a device called the Empatica Embrace. Basically, it worked in a similar fashion to a Fitbit or a Whoop, where it's a device that you wear on your wrist, and it has sensors which monitor kind of different vitals and accelerometer to identify kind of movement and tremors. Well, the basic idea is that the algorithm, if it identifies something that qualifies as a seizure, it sends a message, so it records the seizure, and then it would conceivably also share that report to your physician, as well as provide a location and an alert to people who you identify. So the device is not cheap. You have a monthly cost, and then you also have the cost for the device. And depending on the level of that, then you are able to notify more people based off of the subscription service. The idea behind it was that if my wife were to have a seizure, then I would be able to be notified, her physician would be able to be notified, and as well as anybody who would be kind of in the area who could help as that preliminary support come in and check on her if she has had a seizure. Now, one of the ways that this works is it measures kind of tremors and vibrations of the wrist, and as we've kind of talked about different factors of epilepsy and seizures, if your seizures are not motor driven or you don't have that tremor, then the device doesn't really have the ability to identify if there is a seizure or not. And the other possible risk is that of having a false alarm, where as you are pushing a shopping cart or if you are pushing a stroller, then those vibrations can cause the trigger. So as a mother with 2 small children, you could very well imagine how, as she was going through the basic business of being a mother at home, that would trigger alerts to me and to our other people, to say, hey, Jenny has experienced a seizure, this is her location, this is when it occurred. And what we'd end up needing to do would be, if the device registered a seizure, then I would need to reach out and contact her to confirm if the seizure had in fact happened. And due to the nature of my wife's seizures, it never was ever anything actionable or anything that we were able to use. So at the end of about 6 months, we discontinued our use, just because it ended up causing us a lot more stress than any sort of a benefit. Now, that's not to say that this device is not a good one, and based off of the nature of you or your loved one's seizures, it could be something that would be valuable, but for us, the false alarms didn't make it worth for us to keep it up for the long term.